Your food tastes like metal and nobody warned you. People on GLP-1 drugs are reporting a side effect that is not on most official lists. They call it Ozempic tongue, and it is more common than you think. Ozempic tongue refers to altered taste perception during GLP-1 treatment. The most common descriptions are a persistent metallic taste, reduced flavor intensity, or food tasting completely different than it used to. Some people say everything tastes flat. Others say certain foods they used to enjoy now taste bitter or chemical. A smaller group reports a burning or tingling sensation on the tongue itself. The mechanism is not fully mapped yet, but there are working theories. GLP-1 receptors exist on the tongue and in the taste buds. When a GLP-1 agonist binds to those receptors, it may alter how taste signals are processed before they even reach the brain. There is also a salivary component. GLP-1 drugs reduce saliva production in some patients, and dry mouth directly changes how food dissolves on the tongue, which changes how you perceive taste. A 2025 case series in the Journal of Dental Research documented taste alteration in roughly 12 to 18% of patients on semaglutide. The effect was dose-dependent. Higher doses correlated with more frequent and more intense reports. The timeline varies. For most people, taste changes start during the first month of treatment or after a dose increase. Some patients report that it improves after their body adjusts to a stable dose, typically 4 to 8 weeks. Others say it persists for the entire duration of treatment. A minority report that some foods never taste the same again even after stopping. That last group is small but notable, and we do not yet understand why. There is overlap with other GLP-1 side effects that make this harder to isolate. Nausea changes how you experience food. So does delayed gastric emptying, which is a core effect of these drugs. When food sits in your stomach longer, the sensory feedback loop between eating and satisfaction shifts. What feels like a taste change might partly be a digestion timing change, or both might be happening independently. The practical impact is real. When food stops tasting good, some people eat less, which reinforces the weight loss effect. But others compensate by eating more sweet or salty foods to overcome the blunted flavor, which works against the treatment. A 2025 nutrition survey of GLP-1 users found that about 30% of people with taste changes changed their diet in ways that were not helpful, including increased intake of processed snack foods because those still registered as flavorful. Dental health is another angle. Reduced saliva increases cavity risk. Altered taste can change your oral pH. People who start avoiding water because it tastes metallic may drink less, which worsens dry mouth, which worsens taste. It can become a cycle. Dentists are starting to see GLP-1 patients presenting with new decay patterns and asking about the connection. What can you do if this happens? Stay hydrated. Sugar-free gum or lozenges can stimulate saliva. Avoid highly acidic or sugary foods that exploit the dry mouth environment. If a metallic taste is persistent, zinc supplementation has some evidence for taste disorder support, though the data specific to GLP-1 induced changes is thin. And tell your clinician. Taste changes are underreported because patients do not think they qualify as a side effect worth mentioning. They do. Talk with your clinician before making any medication changes. For plain language GLP-1 updates, visit theglpspot.com.